Hi students, welcome to plus 2 computer class. Hope you all are fine and safe. So we are discussing our first chapter, structures and pointer. That means a new data type, user defined data type called structure. Then in the previous video we discussed about what is meant by a structure. Okay, structure is a user defined data type used to represent logically related data items under a common name. Then after that, what is the definition of a structure, how we are declaring a structure variable, and after that we discuss the variable declaration of a structure along with memory allocation, variable declaration and also memory allocation. So these are the starting section of structure. That means the basics of structure, definition, example, memory allocation and also structure variable creation. Then next, in this section we are going to discuss some other points. So please look at the learning objectives of this video. So we will start with how we are accessing elements of a structure. For accessing element of a structure, we are using a special operator called dot operator. Then after that, we will discuss about accessing elements, how we are accessing elements from a structure, then nested structure, then the difference between array and structure. Okay, so these are the topics that we are going to discuss. So before that, the first topic is accessing elements of a structure. So first I am going to write a sample for a structure. So first, how we are declaring a structure using the keyword struct. Struct, structure name is stud, then int, register, number, then name, char of 10. Name char of 10, then float percentage, then close the bracket, semicolon. Close the bracket, semicolon. So this is a sample structure program. It consists of 3 different data items: register number, name and also percentage. Register number, name and also percentage. So here int register number. For representing register number we require 4 bytes of memory. Then for character 10 bytes. 10 bytes means 10 characters we can represent. After that float percentage. Percentage we are using float. Then I am going to declare a variable for the structure S1. Okay, like this. Student in register number, name, float percentage and also S1. Then next procedure, how we are giving values to these variables. Okay, how we are initializing this variable. So 2 options are available. First one, we can initialize variable. So we can initialize variable like this. First we want to specify the structure name. What is our structure name? Student. Student. Then what is the structure variable name? S1 equal to, what will be the first field? Register number. So register number, here I am giving 101 as register number. Then after that, name of the student. So here I am giving Anu as name. Then float percentage. Percentage of 98%. Okay, so I given 3 values to this structure. Then after that, close the bracket, semicolon. Close the bracket and semicolon. 101 register number, Anu, name, 98 is the percentage. Clear? Then what will happen? When the compiler execute the statement, 101 will assign to the variable register number, Anu will assign to the variable char and 98 will assign to float percentage. Percentage value will be 98. So this is the first method for variable initialization. So what does the statement indicate? Variable initialization. Variable initialization. Variable, we are initializing variables with values. Clear? So first variable 101 integer, then Anu character, that's why it is in double quotes. Then 98 is a fractional number. Then after that, next method. So this is the first method for giving value to a variable. Then after that, one more method is there. So if you assign value to these variables, next procedure is how we are accessing values from this variable. So the next step is accessing values. Accessing values from variable. For accessing values from a structure variable, we are using a special operator called dot operator. Which operator we are using? Dot operator we are using for accessing values from a variable. Okay, which operator? Dot operator. It is represented by dots. Okay, then after that, how we are using this dot operator? So now, what will be the value of register number? We assign 101 to this value register number. Suppose I want to print the value of register numbers. How we will write? We can write like this. Normal cout statement. Cout, then which variable is used for accessing elements from student? Here we are using the variable S1. So we can write like this. S1 dot register number. If I write like this, cout S1 dot register number, what will be the output? 101. What will be the output statement? 101. Cout S1 dot register number. We will get 101 as answer. Then one more statement I can write. Cout S1 dot name. Then what will be the output? Name of the student. What is the name of the student? Anu. Okay, so using dot operator, we can access elements from a structure. So before the dot operator, you want to mention the structure variable name. Structure variable S1. The same variable we can use for accessing values from register number, char and also percentage. S1 dot register number, S1 dot name and S1 dot percentage, like that. Okay, so these are the method for accessing element. Then, so this is for accessing elements. No, suppose you want to input values. So instead of cout statement, we can use cin statement. So instead of this direct initialization, we can write like this. S1 dot register number. So what does this statement indicate? Cin S1 dot register number. Cin input statement. So using cin statement, we can input value to this variable register number for input and also output purpose. For both the purposes, we are using structure variable called S1. Clear? So this is how we are declaring or how we are initializing structure variable. We can use direct initialization method, otherwise indirect initialization method like cin statement. Cin S1 dot register number. After that we can use cout. For all these purpose, you want to use structure variable along with the dot operator and then variable name. So this is the variable initialization method and how we are accessing values from a structure. How we are accessing value from a structure. So these are the two aspects that we are using. Okay, how accessing. For accessing elements from a structure, we are using dot operator along with the structure variable name. Okay, clear? Hope you understood this. Then, next one, another topic for in structure, another topic that is called nested structure. Nested structure. That is our second topic. Nested structure. Clear? Then, suppose I want to represent date of birth of a student. Date of birth of a student. So I can write like this: int DOB, then S1. Okay, there is no change. Here I am including 4 different data types or 4 different variables: register number, char, percentage and date of birth of a student. Date of birth of a student means date of birth consists of number, that means day number, month and also year. That means 3 different datas you want to represent. Three different variables. One variable for representing date, second variable for representing month, and third variable for representing year. So we can't use integer for date of birth. That means again you want to create one more structure. So that kinds of structures are known as nested structure. Okay, what is it? Nested structure. That means a structure contain another structure is known as nested structure. Okay, what is it? A nested structure means a structure contain another structure is known as nested structure. Okay, hope you understood the definition. Nesting of loop means a loop contain another loop. Like that, a structure contain another structure is known as nested structure. So here I am going to give two separate definition for a nested structure. The same student structure I am going to rewrite. And then I am going to declare a structure variable with definition, two definition. Definition A and definition B. Definition A and definition B. So I am going to declare a structure variable. So two approaches are present. First one, the inner structure we are specifying first, then after that student structure. So here struct date of birth. Okay, what is the structure name? Struct date of birth. Otherwise we can give date. Struct date. Then in this date we are including three different fields: month, day and year. So it is small numbers, no? So I am using short here instead of int, short. Short day, short month, then short year. Okay, three variable I am declaring. First one, month, day, month and year. After that, close the first structure. Then the structure I am including in student structure. So again one more structure I am using, struct student. First field will be int register number. Okay, register number of the student, char name of the student, name of 15. Okay, then after that I am going to include date of birth of a student. That means this structure. So for including date of birth of a student, instead of data type I am using the name of that structure. What is the name of the structure? Date. So what will be the data type here? Date, because date is a structure, user defined data type. Then I can use a variable name called date DOB. Then what will happen? If you write date DOB, it will point to the structure, outermost structure, struct date. Once the definition is over, close this bracket, semicolon. Okay, close this bracket, semicolon. One more definition is there. Second definition I am going to write one more definition is there. In the second definition I am including this inside a common structure. So here I am going to write the struct student. Struct student, open the bracket. What is the first student data? Int register number. So here it is int register number. Second one, char name of 15. Char name of 15. After char name of 15, the third field will be date. So I can write like this, struct date, open the bracket, short day, semicolon, short month, semicolon, short year. Close the bracket. Then you want to specify the variable for this date. So here what is the variable here we are using? Date. So that variable here I am going to write date, then semicolon. Okay, date, semicolon. Then after that we can close the student structure. At last we can close the student structure and then semicolon. So these are the two definitions for nested structure, definition A and definition B. So any one we can use. Which one? I think the most suitable method is definition B, because in all our program we are using the second definition. So it's very, very important, nested structure along with the definition. Definition A and definition B. Okay, it's a sure question for your board examination. Any one question will come. Okay, then one more topic is present in this video. So here we are discussing about structure. So one more data type we studied in +1, that is called arrays. Okay, so our last topic is array versus structure. So here I am going to compare array with structure. Then the first point of structure. What is the speciality of structure? Structure is a user defined data type. Okay, structure is a user defined data type. Then what about array? Array is a user defined data type? No, it is a derived data type. Array is a derived data type. So the first point is structure is user defined data type, array is derived data type. Then using structure we can collect different type of data. Different type of data, because structure is used to allocate different type of data. Then what about array? Array is used to allocate similar elements. Similar elements we can. Then for accessing array elements we are using a special operator called dot operator. Which operator we are using? Dot operator. Here we are using index values. Okay, here we are using index value. Then normally in a structure we can use array as element. Okay, we are using array as element. But in what about array? Array we are using structure? No. That means an array of structures is possible. Array of structure is possible. Okay, so these are the main comparison of structure and array. The first point is structure is user defined data type, array is derived data type. Second category, different data types we are using in structure, but in array we are using similar data type in a contiguous memory location. Then dot operator is used for accessing structure elements. Then index value or location is used for accessing array elements. Then last, array as elements possible, because in structure, student structure we included character array called name. Then last one, array of structure is possible. Then one more point is a structure contain another structure is known as nested structure. But an array contain another array is known as multi-dimensional array. Okay, an array contain another element is another array is known as multi-dimensional array. Okay, so hope you understood the different concepts relating to the structure. Okay, by this we are concluding the topic structure. So again we will discuss what are the topic that we learned from this video. Okay, review section. Okay, again we are concluding this. The first one is how we are accessing array elements from a structure. Array elements, how we are accessing elements from a structure. For accessing elements from a structure, we are using a special operator called dot operator along with the structure variable name. Then after that, nested structure. What is mean by a nested structure? What are the two different definitions of nested structure? Then third point is difference between structure and array, because both are different data type used for collecting elements. Structure is used for collecting different element, array is used for collecting similar element. That is the main difference. So the comparison already present in your textbook in a table format. Then next one, okay, we are concluding the topic called structure. You want to write some questions in your notebook as a post learning activity, as a homework. The first question is, What is mean by a nested structure? Explain with example and compare array versus structure. Very, very important question. Nested structure and also comparison of array and structure. Then, so by this we are concluding the topic structure. Structure is a user defined data type, definition, accessing elements, initialization, along with the comparison, then nested structure. Okay, hope you understood. The remaining concept called pointers we will discuss in the next video. Okay then, thank you.